it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island. Hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
We are live just for the halibut. We have halibut. We got halibut all over here.
Boy,
Thank you very much.
Good stuff.
We got it for you if you want. Whatever you want. David Burke, fine cuisine right here for you.
I
Mr.
need
Gallagher.
David Burke's food to get through this week.
Well, you go to dinner
Man.
with us tonight. You are invited.
No,
Oh,
he's not.
please.
He's not.
First of all,
Did you see that?
Wait, what do you mean he's not
I
invited
would
tonight?
go
We're
if
on a
it
very
was the-
tight budget.
I would go. Oh, you're on a budget?
No. Well, it's not my
He's
budget.
on a very tight budget.
Man, Mike Gallagher.
I don't eat much.
has-
McCullough's
Well, yes,
doing
I
the show
do.
from there tomorrow. He's not even invited to tonight.
No, I don't want to go to your party. I don't want to go to your dinner.
it's not.
wanna
How
go
do
out-
you
Mike,
not
invite?
you wanna go out to dinner with
How do
me?
you
Let's
not
go. You
invite?
and I. We'll go to Burger King.
How
Did
do
you hear
you-
what happened to me at the Burger King the other night?
What happened, really?
So I'm at, the honest to goodness, true story, 42nd Street Burger King, right across from Port Authority.
Oh.
Now, that's the most dangerous block in all of Manhattan,
not a
right?
good place.
Well, it came to fruition. I'm sitting there minding my business. Now, first of all, Joe Piscopo hasn't been inside of a Burger King in 30 years. I, on the other hand, am a man of the people. Okay, I go to Burger
look at
King.
you.
I like a Whopper once in a while, you know?
Okay.
So I'm in there eating a Whopper. Guy shuffles
You
in.
ate in the Burger King?
Oh, I'm by the window. I had a newspaper. I was reading.
Look at Joe. Scott.
Oh, yeah.
And you sat down.
Yeah,
sat down on the
there
chair.
are tables there, Joe, and there's seats, and there's.
Did you sand it before?
Oh
you
no!
sat
This
down?
is honest to goodness. This is so foreign to Joe Piscopo.
Oh.
He has no idea. It's a little bit like riding the subway. He doesn't
do-
know what a Burger King is.
But then it's not just the food that he doesn't like. It's
Oh, it's
the
the-
fact
you
that you're
sat there and
among
ate.
the
Yeah. You
unwashed
sat-
mess.
And
I would go in Hunterdon County to a McDonald's. I've done that with the kids. I've
the
done that
kid
with
for the kids' sake.
Once.
Yeah.
With the kids.
One time.
Once.
They
No,
dragged Daddy.
No,
they dragged
no,
you.
on Route 31, but
I know what
42nd
you're
Street,
talking
no.
about. Right
Oh
off
no!
78.
But you know, I live in Hell's Kitchen, so I know that's kind of my neighborhood. So, but it's
Clinton Hill is called now, by the
Clinton
way.
Hill, yes. We'll clean it up. But it's dangerous. It's a very, and I read somewhere that block, it's like literally the most dangerous block.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stabbings, shootings.
right.
It's terrible. It's because of you got the homeless
Meantime,
people there.
we're the safest city in the country,
Right.
believe it or
but,
not.
But thanks, Mayor de Blasio, for cleaning that area up. So, I mean, really, you take your life in your hands. And sure enough, a guy walks in, a homeless guy. I'm sitting there, and of course, I'm kind of into this stuff because I watch Cops on the week. I love, crime stuff. Guy walks in, and he's bothering customers. I can see him, like, talking to two of the patrons, and I can hear, they look like German tourists. But I hear the one guy say, "Step away from me. Don't put your hands on me. Step away from me." I thought, we got some trouble brewing. The security guy at Burger King, because this Burger King clearly has to have a security guy, he comes out. He's a young guy with a baseball cap on and a blazer. He goes up to the guy and says, "Sir, you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave."
Boy.
The homeless guy pulls out what can only be described as a shank.
No.
It's the biggest knife.
And you're sitting there?
Joe, I'm 4 feet away.
Lord.
He pulls out this shank, and it looked like this handmade, and it was about 8 inches long. I was like, oh, and I'm watching, and I try to whip out my camera because I think this is going to get good.
Good, that's good.
gonna ask
It's
you.
a good thing you didn't help the people that needed help.
Tell
and
me
that-
about it. I mean, my priorities are
But
other
finish his
people.
Whopper.
Well, when I finished the Whopper, I was just reading. I had my Diet Coke. I wanted to finish the Whopper. I mean, I was hungry. So the security guy, he gets offended clearly at having a knife pulled. He gets very angry.
Right.
He picks up a chair,
Huh?
holds it over his head, and he's going to hit the guy over the head with the chair, the wooden chair.
Self-defense.
So I got the camera out. I'm starting to roll. Well, the fight comes near me. Then I put the camera down like a dummy. Well, that's when it got good. When they got to the doorway, the homeless guy, he starts thrusting the knife at this guy like a ninja warrior. It was the scariest thing. He is thrusting it, and it was so quick.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, this is why when police officers are called to a scene like that, they'd have to shoot that guy. There's nothing else they could have done but shoot him. The guy with the chair, he's slamming the glass door on the guy's face, and he's trying to hit him with the chair. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
And the German tourists were just eating?
We were all watching. No, people had their cameras out, and of course, then I'm calling 911 because I figure let's get the police there. NYPD, they've pulled up, to their credit, it was about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. They pulled up in a cruiser. 2 young cops got out, but the guy had been gone by then. But it really did show how quickly things like that can turn so bad. This guy was dangerous, and to watch him thrust that knife at this guy, he had done that before.
And that was Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that was after he threw the ice. First he threw ice, and then he tried to stab
Did you
me.
finish your fries?
No,
No, I didn't have fries. I'm trying to cut back.
Did you go back to the burger?
The burger was finished. I got the Whopper finished. I didn't finish the Diet Coke, though. I only had a half a Diet Coke. And
I have to tell you,
It's like having popcorn in a movie.
It was right in front of me, 3 feet
New
away.
New York City,
Bad
thanks to
boys,
the great work
what
of
you
the
gonna do?
NYPD, is the safest city in the country.
Oh, it
now.
was-
Safest big city in the country. But you know what? Why are there? When I walked to work this morning, I got right out of the hotel on Wall Street. The first doorway, there was a poor homeless person, and then there's a lady. Do you see the lady, profanity lady, walking around this block
Oh,
here?
yeah,
She
screaming.
just yells, "You!" And I couldn't even tell you. It's all profanity laced tirade. Why don't they get these people into homes?
It's just such a problem in mental illness, Joe. I mean, you got people who are
Yeah.
profoundly mentally
Yeah.
ill and they are strung out on drugs, and you read all the time about people who do get attacked. I carry around. This is sappy. I mean, because I am no St. Francis here, but I used to carry around a stack of ones, and every single person I would come across in the city, living in Midtown, I'd give them a couple bucks. Then I'm reading about people. You give them a couple bucks, and then they come after you.
That's right.
They want more, and
That's
then if you
right.
don't give them more,
That's
then
right.
then you wind up getting stabbed, or you're getting punched in the
right.
mouth, or you're
That's
getting.
right.
It's a scary reality.
I
But I got to tell you, here we are in the middle of the city, Port Authority, and I called 911, and they were so helpful, and they were on the phone with me, and they knew right where I was, and those cops pulled up in about 3-4 minutes. White
And I love
NYPD
what you
cruiser.
love what you said. I'm sorry to interrupt, Mike, but what you said. They have to take a weapon out to fight this guy,
What
and
would you
God
do?
forbid, that they shoot the guy. God forbid, it's all oh, the cops are so bad. And
That's right,
You
they're
could
bad.
tase or pepper spray them, and it might not work.
Yeah.
And at that point, then what?
No,
The guy was moving so quickly,
Yeah.
and it was
gotta
like
take this
he
guy
was in
out.
this stance.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able if you
Yeah.
miss with the taser
Yeah.
or you miss with pepper
Yeah,
spray.
that's right, yeah.
You got a knife in your neck,
Right.
and it doesn't matter. Our officers and I yesterday we had 3 officers in Mississippi who were killed over the weekend. 3, 2 in the line of duty, 1 off duty. Gallagher's Army, the Fallen Officer Fund. We try to help the families of officers who've been killed in the line of duty. We talked about it on the show yesterday morning. And people were talking about bulletproof vests. Well, a bulletproof vest isn't going to stop a knife in the neck, or somebody with a sharp-edged weapon. This is what our officers are up against every single day.
That's right.
And I will tell you, those 2 officers that pulled up Saturday night, I mean, they were young guys, hats off. They were professional. They were on it. They went right into that Burger King. They were quick. They were great, and I had given my information and anything I can do, and I had the video of it. Here's the guy right here. He's got the black tracksuit on.
you had the evidence.
I've got a little bit of the video before it turned really bad. I got a little bit of it on tape. I was trying to submit to World Star Hip Hop.
I know.
I started screaming,
We'll
World
let
Star.
you go. We did the Tunnels to Towers this weekend, which
I
is
know.
monumental.
It's wonderful.
30,000 runners.
Amazing,
the
Joe.
police, the tactical command, not an incident.
The best.
They
They're the
locked this
best.
down like I've never seen.
And I never get to brag on this a little bit. If you don't mind, when you talk about first responders, a big initiative of my foundation is something called the First Responders Bible. We distribute for free all over the country to first responders a King James Bible with a spiritual fitness manual attached to help our first responders spiritually.
Wow.
They go through unspeakable horrors. You think about the paramedics and firefighters and EMT and police officers. And this spiritual fitness manual has been a big blessing. So if you want to support us, Gallagher'sArmy.org, and I thank you for that
bless
plug.
you.
We're going to try to. I'm shocked about Brett Kavanaugh. If he really threw ice 33 years ago in a bar, I'm done. I've given up on him. I've tried to hang in with him, but throwing ice, that's where I crossed the line. So we'll dive into the crazy unfair treatment. David Limbaugh on the show today, 1045, wrote a great book about the Savior, about Jesus. He's one of those interesting guys that blends politics. Of course, he's Rush Limbaugh's brother.
Yeah.
And he blends his brand of conservatism with a deeply spiritual foundation.
Yep.
And we need that right now, guys. We need a lot of prayer this week. I don't want to proselytize, but the tough things we're going through as a nation, we got to pray for our country. We got to pray that we get through this, pray that we get Kavanaugh nominated, and pray that we have a nice, fat, red wave on November the 6th. I hope it works out.
Statistical dead heat in the Jersey Senate race. How about that with
Exactly. The
Bob
Jersey
Hugin?
Senate race is big. Heidi Heitkamp, North Dakota, she's down 10 points, the Democrat. Which might, by the way, prompt her to vote yes for Kavanaugh.
Bingo.
Because she's down.
Manchin
she's
as well.
paying. Joe Manchin might. Because I'm really worried about Jeff Flake. I think he's going to be a no. I'm hoping Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski are yes. If we lose the 3 Republicans, it's over.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but it's going to be an interesting week. McConnell promising a vote by the end of the week. We'll be all over it.
You don't want to miss Mike Gallagher, 10:05 on AM 970 Answer. Love you, Mike. Thank you,
too,
man.
guys. Have a
Good
great
to
one.
see you,
Stay
man.
well, guys.
See you at Burger King.
Halibut. Have some more halibut.
I'm eating David Burke's food over here.
Everybody knows this guy. Now, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.